Welcome to the testing world. In this session, we are going to cover SoapUI integration with Ant. With the help of that, we can also generate HTML reports in SoapUI free version. So these are the 5 steps that we need to follow. In first step, we need to set up Ant in our system. So first of all, I'm going to check do I have Ant or not. For that, I have started a command prompt, and here Ant space hyphen version. It is not showing any version means Ant is not available in my system. So first we need to set up Ant. Either we can download it, but as we know, like we have Eclipse and we are getting Ant with Eclipse. So first of all, I'm moving to the location where my Eclipse folder is placed. So that's the location. Inside this Eclipse, we are going to get a folder named plugins. And here inside that we have org Apache Ant. So we can use this Ant. So we have both the options. Either we can download it and then can set up it, or we already have Ant which is coming with Eclipse. We can use this one. So first of all, go inside this Ant and take this address, copy this address. We need to set up this address in the environment variable. Make sure we are taking the path till the location where bin folder exists inside Apache Ant. So I'm copy this path. Now we need to set up environment variable. So I'm coming to my computers, right click, properties, advanced system settings. Here we have environment variable. We need to create one more environment variable. The name of the variable is ant underscore home. So here inside the system variable, click on new ant underscore home. And in the path, we need to give the path which we have copied. So this path is till the location inside which we have bin folder. Click on OK, and here you see ant home is set over here. Now we need to move to another environment variable which is path variable. Select this path variable, click on edit, and we need to move at the start of this path variable. So I'm moving at the start. Here write semicolon. Semicolon means we are separating previously defined path from the current path. So semicolon, and before the semicolon, percentage ant underscore home percentage slash bin. So we are saying here like ant home, pick the ant home path and use bin directory of that. And here we can see inside the ant we have bin directory. So this bin directory path we need to set. So what we are doing, first we are passing ant home and slash bin. Click on OK, OK, and now ant is set up. So first we need to check. Now we need to check ant is set up successfully or not. I'm closing the previously command prompt and opening a new command prompt. We cannot use the previously opened command prompt because they already have a session, so it's not going to display ant version. I'm opening a new command prompt, and here we check ant space hyphen version. So now it shows version 1.8.4. Even we can check here, it also shows ant 1.8.4. So correct version is set up in the ant, and now we are ready to move to the next step. So next step is moving to my document. So next step is to create SoapUI project and save it to any location. So I'm moving to my SoapUI And here we are going to create a project. It's taking some time to SoapUI to get open. So my SoapUI is opened, and here we have a project which is country details, and inside that project we have a suite, smoke testing suite, and in the suite we have around 11 or 10 steps. So as of now these steps are disabled. I'm enabling them. First of all, I want to check that this project is working fine on my SoapUI or not. So I'm coming to the suite level and running it. So let's see it's working fine or not. Right. So everything is executed successfully, means the test suite is working fine. Now I'm going to save this project to any location. So right click on the project and we have the option of save project as. We can use save as or save. So moving to desktop, here on the desktop I have a new folder. Inside the new folder, that is a soap folder. I'm giving the name country details dot xml. So my project is saved with the name country details dot xml. I can keep this data in my file. That project name was this. Save it, and I'm going to the location. So it was a new folder. Inside that we have a soap folder. So here we see country details dot xml. That's the SoapUI project. We can create the SoapUI project from the SoapUI paid version, which is pro version, or from the free version. But we should have this project XML file. So two steps are done, in which first we set up Ant, and in second we are already having a SoapUI project. We saved it into the any location. So now we are moving to the next step, which is run SoapUI project from the command prompt using testrunner.bat. So first of all, I'm moving to the command prompt, and we should have the location where our SoapUI is installed. So I'm going to use the free version of the SoapUI. That's my SoapUI free version. I'm taking the path of it. So that's the location where this SoapUI installed. Moving to the location, and here we will get testrunner.bat file, which we are going to use for execution. So copy this location, and from the command prompt move inside the SoapUI location, SoapUI folder location, where we have testrunner.bat, cd, and then path. Now we are on the location where we have testrunner.bat file. So we are on the location where we have testrunner.bat file. To execute my test suite, we have the command. We have already seen that testrunner.bat -j-o -f. It depends. Like I want to generate JUnit format file. I want to generate in output. I want to generate f means in the folder location that we are going to give. Or if you don't want to generate any report, you can just write -s and suite name. So my suite name of the project inside the project was smoke testing suite. We can copy this. That's my suite name. And then we need to give the path of my project. So my project is saved in this location. So I'm giving the name of the project, first the path, and then name of the project. Name of the project was countrydetail.xml. Enter to run it. So let's see execution. Enter to run it. And here we see it started execution. My test case are executing, and that is done. So everything is done now. So I am able to execute my test case from the command prompt. So that was the step 3. We have successfully completed it. Now we need to move to the step 4, generate build.xml. For that, you can go to any folder. I'm going to the folder where my project is saved, and now we create a new file. So I'm creating a file name build.xml. So we need to create a XML file, that's a blank XML file, and I'm going to edit the content of it. Inside this file, we need to enter some data. So the data is coming from here. I'll show you what are the different changes that we need to perform. So that's the file that we need to create. I'm going to explain this file. So first two lines, or I'll say these lines, are comment line. So we need not to worry about it. Now in the next line, it's showing that I'm creating a project. What is the name of the project? We can change to any name. Like I'm giving my FMS automation. That's my project name. Default. So we can understand it like inside the project, we have to define all the tasks that I want to perform by using Ant. So all the tasks are placed in the form of target. So you can see we have two targets over here, that is one, and other is two, and that is two. So we have two targets, mean two tasks I want to perform inside this project. Each task having its name. So target name is SoapUI and other target name is test report. Whenever this project execute, which target I want to execute at the start. So default we set test report, means I want to execute this target. Depends means on which target my current target depends on. Like my test report depends on SoapUI target. So first SoapUI target will execute, then my test report will execute. So here we can understand the order. At the project level, we are saying we want to execute the target, which is test report. And in the test report, we are saying it depends on SoapUI. So first the SoapUI will execute. So the final execution order will be first SoapUI and then test report. And we want that as well. Like first the SoapUI execution will done and then report will be generated. Here we have to make few changes. So I'm going to show you all the changes that we need to perform. First of all, here we need to give the path of our batch file, testrunner.bat file. So in my case, the testrunner.bat file exists on this location. So I copy this address and set this. So first changes is I need to give my system testrunner.bat location. Next is we need to give path of our report. So where do we want to generate report? So I want to generate report in this soap folder. So I copy this address and just given the location like this, I want to generate report on this location. Third, what is the name of your test suite? So my test suite name was this, That's my test suite. Now, name and location of your project. So again, moving to my folder, that's my project. It's a location, copy that location, hey, slash, and the name of the project was this. So SoapUI target is set successfully. Now we need to move to the test report target. So again, here we need to pass where do you generate final report. Here we are generating the report which is generated by the SoapUI. Now I want to give the location where you want to generate your HTML report. So I'm giving the same folder location this because my current report will be generated on this folder and I want to generate my final HTML report on this folder as well. So I'm copying this location and given this, wherever this location is required, I'm given this location. One more thing very important which is very important which you need to understand, like when SoapUI free version execute, it by default generate XML report. So we are using this XML report, or my build.xml is going to convert this report to JUnit format HTML reports. That's why we are using JUnit report as a tag over here. So the final report that will be generated will be in the form of, that will be JUnit HTML format. Everything is done. Control S to save it. And now, so moving to my document again, here we have 4 steps are done, like install and software project and save to the location. Run software project from the command prompt, it is working fine. Generate build.xml. Now we need to run our build.xml from the command prompt using Ant. So for that I'm starting a command prompt, and from the command prompt move to the location where this build.xml is saved. So here we can see that's my build.xml. Copy this location, cd, and move to that location. Now we need to mention ant. Ant means we are calling Ant. Ant will automatically search build.xml, and build.xml already exists on this location. It will start executing build.xml, and whatever the targets we have defined, that will be executed. So here we can see it started executing our build.xml, and once the execution will be done, it is going to display HTML report. So here build is successful means everything is done. Once execution is done completely, here it shows like time taken this, total suites this, test case, test steps, assertions, everything is showing over here. And if we go to the location, so I'm going to my location. Here we have HTML folder. Inside the HTML folder, it's index.html. Open this file. So here it shows my test case is passed. And if you talk about one test case that we have, it took this much of time. It was no error and no failures. So apart from it, you can also see that report is generated using JUnit and Ant. So we have successfully generated our JUnit report using Ant. So that's the way we have generated HTML report using Ant. And this functionality is going to work with the free version as well. So in free version, we don't have uh, any way to generate reports. We can use this Ant to generate reports in the free version. As of now, we have only one test case. If we have multiple test cases, it's going to show the result of each and every test case over here. So that's all we have for generating reports using Ant In this, first we have configured, and so I have shown you how we which is already exists in our system. But if you don't have any ant in the system, so on the first step you can go to Google, download ant, and Apache Ant it is. Moving to this directory, here we are going to get zip file. So I click on that. One downloading is done successfully. So let it download. So it's going to take some time to download. It's a 7.9 MB file. I'm going to show you the alternative of step 1. Means if step 1, if you don't have Eclipse, you can download it from Google as well. That's a zip file. We need to unzip it. So I'm moving to the location where it is downloaded. So I'm moving to the location, and here we need to unzip it. Once it is unzipped, then move inside that. That's my bin folder. So we need to set the path in the environment variable till this location. Also, I'm going to my build.xml. So here, these are the two comments line. We can delete that. It's not going to make any impact on this execution. And as I've already informed, like execution order we are defining. So project level, the execution order is like we are saying default execute test report, but in a test report we have defined like it is dependent on the SoapUI. So here I want to take example multiple. If you want to execute multiple test suites, so we can do like here one test suite, two test suite, three test suite. We just need to give the name of the different set test suite if you want to execute in the different targets, and the name of the test suite will be different. And here depends SoapUI, comma SoapUI 1, comma SoapUI 2. So we can give the name of the different targets over here. As of now, we have only one, so we are taken one suite here. So that's all we have for SoapUI integration with Ant. And advantage of the process is that we have generated HTML report in the free version.